G'day folks, welcome back to Wanderstop. Hope you guys are doing well today. In the previous episode, we had Zenith follow us out into the forest to... I'm not entirely sure what we were trying to do back there, because I guess we've already met Master Winters, based on some of the relived experiences that we have had, but I suppose maybe we were just trying to find our way out of the forest, potentially, but we weren't able to do so. We again met our alter ego that's seemingly pushing us ahead all the time and telling us never to stop. And I did make that decision on my own, and I'm interested to see, perhaps maybe in some upcoming decisions, whether or not we can just, stop, slow down, rest, and not push forward constantly, because I think the struggle that is happening with Alta at the moment is the fact that she is struggling to basically tell herself that it's okay to slow down and to not be productive all the time. And so that's what we're going to do when given the chance. Now, we've got a couple of people who do want to speak to us, Zenith once more, and another one of these corporate types, and I believe it's a new person as well. Barry, possibly, because we haven't seen Barry in that group. We did also color the Pluffins as well, so we've got some very strange looking colored Pluffins, and Borrow seems to be very happy with that. Let's have a chat with Zenith again. Zenith, what happened out there? Human Alta, you collapsed in the forest, fully unconscious. We returned you back here for safety, rest, recovery, tea shop. So when we were in the forest, you didn't see another person who looks like me? No, our awareness was quite heightened, yet we detected nothing except for you. Oh. You said you saw the reason why I lost those fights? Something about change? Your change structure, yes, it was clearly blocked, obstructed. But what's a change structure? What does that mean? Ah, this concept does not translate conveniently to your language. It is one of the old concepts. Can you try? Please, I need to know what's wrong with me. Interesting. We see this is an interesting situation. Complicated. Human Alta, you should return to the forest with us. The forest eases the boundaries between concepts, malleable. Perhaps there we can more clearly investigate your change structure. Alright, so let's go back to the forest. Before we go, perhaps we should once again have tea. Tea. We found the tea you gave us most delightful, most refreshing. It would be good to rest for a moment and enjoy another cup. Tea. Sure. What flavor do you want? A flavor, yes. There is something which interests us. Flavor. Around your clearing, we have seen them. The large plants bearing fruit. We wish to consume it. You want tea made with fruit from a large hybrid? No, not the fruit, the plant. You want tea made out of an entire large hybrid. Yes, precisely. This plant, you call it large hybrid. We detect an energy within it. The fruit is the fruit it produces, so potent, so evocative, so unyielding. And the seeds, the unyielding essence of the plant, is contained within the seeds. We wish to taste this energy, to consume it. The plant, the fruit, the seed, all of it, in a drink. Yes, delightful. Okay, so we need a large hybrid, one of the fruits from said hybrid, and one of the seeds. Sure. So you want tea with a large hybrid and its fruit and the seeds that produced it. That is it, exactly, perfectly. How am I supposed to do that? We would recommend that you simply contain its essence. Okay, I'll go ask Burrow. Of course. We will await eagerly. Anticipate. Okay, well, this is sounding like a bit of a challenging tea request. So, my initial thought is that perhaps maybe we need to shrink one of the large hybrids into a smaller form, and then sort of chuck that into the tea that we're going to be brewing. Then we can obviously chuck a seed and chuck one of the fruits from said hybrid. But yeah, maybe I'm getting it wrong. Maybe we should ask Burrow for clarity. So, Zenith asked me to make tea out of an entire large hybrid plant. How should I do that? Interesting. I do not believe I have been asked for such a drink before. But, with a little ingenuity, I am thinking we can make this request a reality. Surely you remember when Burrow told you about the mushrooms, yes? Mushrooms are having all sorts of effects on large hybrids, as you can see here in your field guide. One such effect is the shrink shroom, which will reduce a large hybrid down to manageable size. Once you've made a small large hybrid, you should be able to scoop it up in a pot. Then toss the potted plant right into the tea infuser, and away we go. Yes, that should produce a delectable large hybrid tea for our interdimensional friend. I hope this is being helpful. Good luck on your various tea, plant, and mushroom adjacent adventures. Okay. Well, I sort of doubted myself there before, but that was actually exactly how to get it done. Okay, well, they didn't specify exactly which hybrid to use, right? So my assumption is that we can use whichever. What do we have here? Oh, a gecko. Let me just place this trinket down first, because we're going to need to pick up like at least 3 more shrooms. Let's fix this up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we've got 3 large hybrids over there, not really doing too much because I accidentally duplicated them. So I may as well use one of those. But before we even begin, let's maybe just get a fruit from said plant. And this one, I can't remember how we made this one in terms of, you know, how to get the plant to grow. Which seeds did we use? Okay, it's just the ghost fruit seeds, which we have plenty of. So, not going to be an issue there. We just need the shrink shrooms. So, I forget what they look like. Shrink shrooms. Okay, it's the flat top ones. So, we'll be able to get there, I'm sure. Do want to try and clean up quite a bit if we can. Okay. I think I shouldn't pick up too many trinkets here. I've probably still got enough room for just that one, but we better be a little bit careful with picking up more. And you do want to just stay on top of this. I do feel like the coffee is kind of invading the clearing here. I wonder if that's going to be a problem later on. There's one. Grab that. And we are being invited to go out to the forest again with Zenith after we give Zenith this next batch of tea. But I'm thinking maybe before we even do that, we should try and speak to the other businessman that's shown up, and hopefully we get another request for coffee or whatever. And we can make some more coffee for, I'm guessing it's Barry. And yeah, we'll see what kind of presentation he has to give. Okay, having trouble trying to find these flat top mushrooms though. Maybe would it help if we sort of cleared up a few of these to let other types of mushrooms spawn in and grow? Maybe. There we go. Bit dirty out here. And I am actually going to need to sacrifice a pot, so I may as well grab that, because we should be able to use that. Another spot that we can check for mushrooms is the place where we keep the sword and the mask from Ren. So let's go out there and see if we can find some mushrooms. There we go. Quite a few mushrooms here, in fact. So that's the third one. So we should be able to get this done. Whoops. What's going on there? Oh, okay, nothing. It's just following us around. Yeah, they have sort of started following us around. I guess they know where they're going to be getting fed from. That's probably why. Okay, so let's shrink this down to size. Can I even do that? Because I need like all three sides, right? I'm gonna need you to stand over here if you don't mind. There we go. Very good. Alright, and I'll use the purple one. I think we have all ingredients. We do need a tea ball though, so do we even have a tea ball? We might have some tea balls just waiting for us over here. Stash that one. Okay, so, I suppose I need to put this down for the moment. Too bad you can't really put these in specific sort of spots to decorate the area with a little bit more with your own pots. But I suppose it's good enough that you can put them down on the ground and have them sort of decorate a space that way. Okay, I don't really think I'm going to be trying any of this tea. Because... Or should I? I'm not entirely sure. Are we going to get different tasting notes? We'll see. If there's some tea left over, we can always have some. Let's... Actually, we need to sort of do all of this first, because... it's going to be a little bit more difficult with the teapot in hand. So, let's toss that in. Oh, goodness, I forgot to put the tea ball in first, but I guess it doesn't really matter which order we put it in. We need a ghost fruit, and then we do need one of the green seeds. And that should do the trick, you would hope. Now, all we need is a cup. That one's good enough. Oh, sorry, I've forgotten to flick the valve over here. I keep doing that. Goodness me, it's getting a little crowded in here. Yeah, I don't know if I would trust the colors of this tea, and various other teas that we've made, to be fair. Alright, Zenith. So again, when she says that she's ready to... It is ready to go out to, the forest. We won't follow immediately, because I think it's probably a good idea that we deal with the businessmen first. Here you go. We will now consume the tea. Yes. Interesting. Interesting. This is it. This is the plant. Large hybrid. Human altar. This plant is vast in its capabilities. It has drawn up a very old energy. Very old, even to us. Yes, the energy gives its fruits a special power. The power to affect, to sway, to change, to cultivate. We do not understand the source of the energy, but we enjoy very much its taste. Thank you. We feel ready once again to return to your goals, your mission. Good. Still think you can help me? We will try. We will do our best. Our best. Let us now return to the forest, and we will examine your memories again. Forest. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so we will go out to the forest, but not before, you know, serving up perhaps maybe another cup of coffee for Barry. Where is Barry? Again, I'm only guessing that his name is Barry, but we're about to find out. Hey, mate. Hello. Another one? How many businessmen are there? How many? I do not understand. I am one person. I am Harry. Okay, damn it. No, there's like 4 of you now. No, there are not 4 of me. There is 1 of me. I am Harry. Since I see that you have coffee, I will request a coffee at this time. Just so you know, I'm not making regular coffee. You have to order something more interesting than that. Oh, I see. It is one of those coffee shops. A coffee shop of complex drink recipes and unknowable ingredients. A coffee shop of high fashion and distinction. No, I'm just bored. I do not like such places. I have gone to great lengths to avoid them. Yet I have arrived at one of them at this very moment. I am full of distress. Even so, I am intrigued. I am curious. I wish to know more. I am frightened by the conflict within me. There is a duality in my mind. I do not like it, but I am compelled. Just give me a drink order. Very well. I have heard of a drink called Mintiato. I do not understand the name. It is made with coffee. This is the part that I understand. However, there is more. There is mint. Mint must also be added. I do not understand why. Oh, I see. The name is Mintiato. That is why there is mint. I understand now. But I am told there is another ingredient. Ice cream. It must taste like ice cream. The word ice cream is not in Mintiato. This is confusing. I do not understand. The amount of flavors and words in one drink, it is overwhelming. I cannot comprehend. I ought not to drink it, yet I must know. I need it. I fear it. All right. Coffee with mint and ice cream, coming right up. I am still scared. Help. Don't worry, mate. It's just a drink. Okay, so that's going to be a very simple thing for us to achieve, I think. But before we do, I may as well taste this cup of tea. You know, since it took us a little bit of effort to get to it, that's not a lot of tea at all, is it? I think it'll be enough for us to at least taste a little bit of it. Or we can maybe use the gazebo, why not? So mint, I guess it's a chip that we're going to need. And then the one that gives the flavor of your favorite ice cream. Interesting. Could that be the first time she's sort of admitted that she is, in fact, tired, and that's really the issue? I forget what these shrooms do. Is that in our field guide? Can't say that it is. Actually, no, we can't even pick these up. And we often see these forming circles and stuff. I don't know what that means exactly, but we'll leave it alone for the time being. Alright, so on to our next tea request. Before we do that, we are actually kind of running out of tea balls, and I want to address that, just in case we're going to need to be making some more tea. It is a tea shop, after all. So, yeah, we'll do that first. So I wonder if any of the pluffins that we've converted, if they still do their usual thing of, you know, gathering random items and bringing it to the shop. Because I feel like they've stopped doing that, and it's kind of a shame if that's the case. I would prefer that they kind of make themselves useful a little bit in that regard. Can we pull out coffee like plants and then replant them, I wonder? A lot of cups to wash. So that'll take a while, obviously. So will the tea. So better get that started right away. And yeah, this next order. So what do we have? We've got the painted gourd, which I'm thinking this one's the one that's going to give us the ice cream flavor. We just need a chip. But we will double check that it does give us mint flavor. Yep, palate cleansing fruit, which has mint flavor. Let's do one fruit. Perfect. And do I have tea bowls? Yes, I do. Oh, actually, no, we don't need tea bowls. We need a coffee bean, rather. Okay, let's get this started. Have we tasted coffee? I think we have tasted coffee, but like really, really basic coffee. So maybe I can give this batch of coffee a try as well and see what we think. Maybe that much. I think that should be enough for 2 cups. And then once we've, given coffee to Harry, we can taste it ourselves, and then we'll go out back to the forest and see whether or not Zenith can figure out what's going on with us. So, coffee bean in. Painted gourd. Actually, that is the right one, isn't it? Painted goods. Tastes like your favorite flavor of ice cream. Yep. And chip. Brilliant. Okay. Alright, Harry, where are you? Apparently Zenith wants to have a chat with us again. I thought it was ready for us in the forest. Anyway, we'll come back to it. Here you go. This must be it. The Mintiato. There is the usual taste of coffee, yes, familiar and comfortable. But an additional flavor attends it, the taste of mint, a whole separate sensation. And then, after that, I taste the ice cream. The sweetness contrasts against the bitterness of the coffee. Together, these ingredients produce a layered effect. My palate is unused to the complexity. To reconcile their contradictory tastes, it's a challenge for me. I am bound by this trial of the senses. The only means of success is to broaden my horizons. Can I do so? No, it is too much. I do not wish to grow. I do not wish to change. I wish only for the comforting warmth of a familiar diversion, like giving presentations. Yes, I must give a presentation now to ground myself, to return to a sense of security. Are you sure you wouldn't rather grow as a person? Yes, I am more certain of this desire than any I have ever known. Let us begin the presentation. Hello, I am Harry. This is my presentation for the board. My presentation today concerns the exact replica of our company building located next door. The replica is one-to-one in every single way. It is a perfect copy of the company building. However, we do not know why the replica exists. Nobody requested that it be built. The replica simply came into existence 3 months ago. As of today, it is completely unused. Therefore, we must now discuss what ought to be done with the replica. Several proposals have been made. The first is to burn it to the ground. That's a little extreme. However, a problem logically presents itself. Will burning the replica cause the main building to burn as well? It is impossible to know the answer to this question, therefore we should proceed with caution. A second proposal. Whenever a meeting is held in the main building, we hold that same exact meeting in the replica as well. This proposal would take full advantage of the existence of the replica, which is good. A third proposal. Airlift the replica to another location. There is a known location 2 blocks away on 14th Avenue where the replica could fit in nicely. A fourth proposal. Perhaps employees working in the replica building can be poached to work for us instead. It is always good to consider new venues for recruitment. And finally, it goes without saying that we have been freely using the replica's parking lot. This last benefit is expected to continue regardless of which course of action we take. This is a summary of the proposals that have been put forth thus far. I will now open the floor for questions and suggestions. Question. Why not just leave it be? Leave it be? I don't understand. The replica isn't doing anything. Just let it stay there. I believe there has been a miscommunication. This is an exact replica of the company building. Exact, 1-to-1. Something must be done. Still, it didn't really answer my question. The question does not make sense and therefore cannot be answered. This concludes the presentation. Already, I feel a sense of grounded comfort returning to my chest. My anxiety has withdrawn. I am at peace. The Mintiato will trouble me no more. I am free. Sure you don't want another one? A stirring from within me is curious. Curious to try again, to perhaps grow as a person. No, I will not. I cannot do this. I will ever again only consume regular coffee. Yes, this is my steadfast decision, never again. Let me now leave you with a photograph clarifying which building is the correct office building. I wish for you to keep the photo so that you can be sure to never mistake the two. Sure, I'll take it. Please remain vigilant. Replica buildings can be found anywhere. Okay, roger that. I don't know about this picture, guys, so... where's a... Yeah, here we go. We've got a bush to just quickly hide that. Right, well... With that out of the way, of course we do have Zenith waiting for us out in the forest, or, well, she's not exactly she. I keep calling her, calling it she. It's waiting for us, but apparently it also wants to talk to us right now, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Perhaps what I'm going to try and do is just leave and see what happens, and see if Zenith follows us out into the forest. Anything we need to do beforehand? Maybe just drop this off for a bit of a wash. But yeah, interesting interaction there with Harry, because, you know, he was sort of dipping his toes into a different flavor, so to speak, and started talking about change and growing as a person. And I don't know, I have some interesting thoughts on personal growth. My view is that you don't have to, right? I mean, it's good to personally grow. Everyone can agree on that, but what I sort of have a different stance on is that it can't be forced, right? If you don't want to grow as a person, that's okay. If you feel comfortable with, you know, the life you lead, the person you are, and it's bringing you happiness, then I see no reason why you need to force a change on yourself. But anyway, sorry, I'm just getting a little bit too deep there. Ignore everything I just said. Yes, let's return to the forest. Alright, here we go, let's do it. Zenith, I'm ready when you are. Zenith? Hey, are you there? Zenith? Where are you? What's going on? Okay, so this is where I'm going to start making other decisions, I think. So instead of just pressing on like Alta would normally do, now that we've sort of learnt from all of our experiences, perhaps maybe we should rest, and we shouldn't listen to our other self. Rest. I could rest for a second. But what if I miss something? What if Zenith is out there somewhere, or something else that could fix me? If anything is out there, then I miss it. I'd never forgive myself. Zenith, are you there? Hello? What's going on? Oh, God. Oh my God. I'm just... Okay. Even if I did try to make the decision to rest, Alta's character just, you know, forces her back into that habit of just pushing. So, not sure if we will ever be able to learn, I mean, when I say we, I mean Alta, will be able to learn about slowing down and accepting that not everything can be controlled. Right. Well, we should have a chat with Zenith because we were expecting it out there. And a little bit disappointed that we didn't see Zenith. Actually, do we want to try the coffee? Sorry, I've completely forgot that we did want to taste this coffee before we reattempted the forest, but doesn't matter, we don't need to exactly do things in that order. I'm gonna give this a go for ourselves for now. And yeah, I'm just kind of interested in knowing whether or not we've got some different views on whether or not the base drink is coffee or tea. Yep. We've heard this one before. Okay, so she doesn't really say anything different. Just because we've got coffee mixed in with other stuff. I would have loved to see, you know, additional writing for that, to be fair. Because it sounds like Alta's definitely a coffee person as well, so, you know, if there are different flavors in the coffee, I reckon she should have a view on it. But anyway, it's time to have a chat with Zenith and to see where this all goes. Hey, what happened? Why weren't you out in the forest? Human Alta, hello. It is good to see you again. Greetings. Oh, hang on. I see something a little bit different with Zenith here. It's wearing a tie now? Was it wearing a tie before? I looked for you everywhere and you weren't there. What happened? Oh yes, of course, the forest. Yes, we agreed to help you, yes. Your memories, your change structure, assisting you. We remember it now. We became distracted for a moment. Distracted. Are you wearing a tie? Ah, yes. We are perceiving a change within ourselves, a movement. We did not mean for it to happen. It simply happened. Yeah, the shape of Zenith looks a little bit different as well. Less, I don't know, maybe a little bit stodgier. let's say. But it is lovely. We are delighted by it. Delighted. Is it not delightful? I mean, sure. Then we are in agreement. Unanimous. Yeah, whatever. You said you were going to help me. Let's get back to that. Yes, we agree. We will meet you once again in the forest. Another attempt. Okay. Yeah, interesting change. I don't think we saw this kind of aura trail, which has, if you pay attention closely to it, it has like pictures of coffee mugs, notepads, very Microsoft Excel-y or Microsoft 365-y. Anyway, let's get back out there. I know it wants to speak to us again, so I'm guessing the same thing's going to happen here and it's not going to show up. But we'll see, we'll see. Zenith? Are you there? Yes, we are here. We can see you. Good, good. Okay, let's do it again. I can feel memories coming back. Are you able to see them? Yes, we can see your memory and your change structure completely blocked. Right, my change structure, whatever that is. We can attempt to help unblock it. In order to do so, you must first focus your mind on the tension, the discomfort, the deficiency, the stricture. Can you do this? I don't understand. Do you mean that I should... Hang on a second. Human altar. We can stop to rest. It is important that your mind be sharp. Yeah, let's rest. Are you sure you should be running? You seem quite tired. Zenith, look, it's her. Don't you see? She's making me do this. No, we do not see her. We only see you. But then, what's preventing me from resting? Human altar, if we are to answer this question, then you must keep your mind focused on the pain, the discomfort. I don't get it. Why do I need to think about pain? If the change structure is the problem, then just make it go away. Get rid of the change structure. Get rid of the person who looks like me. Trash all of it so that I can live my life again. It would be unwise of us to just make her go away. Please. I don't have the energy for this. You need to do what I can't. I don't care what it takes. Zenith, please. That's an interesting revelation there, that even if I do decide to rest, the alter ego pretty much appears and pushes us on. I guess that's kind of the same as what happened in the previous attempts as well. Alright. Well, we can... Oh my god. Is that Zenith? I think it is. It's no longer floating everywhere, it's just walking around. It's gonna be difficult to get used to this form factor. I can't say I agree with it completely. It feels like every version we come back to is a little less enigmatic, less soul. I don't know if I agree with that. Anyway, just before we continue on with some more story, I'm thinking I do want to just like move around one of the other large hybrids that we've got going here, because we've still got 3 of them bunched together, and I figured perhaps maybe one of them can go into the large pot here. So let's go ahead and try to find a few more of those shrink shrooms, and we'll see if we can move it. What is that? Oh, okay, it's another dirty cup. It's fine. So, flat top mushrooms. Maybe we go back to the sword, the mask. Do I need to start cutting out all of this coffee? I don't know. They're everywhere though. So here's a couple. And I just need to find one more. Oh, there's one. 2, in fact. Right, so let's do this. Do we want to try and get the fruits from it? Probably not. We don't really need like heaps of fruits from the hybrid. And we can always make more of these hybrids anyway, so it's not really a big deal to try and, you know, get all of the resources from it. Oh, we do have a couple of trinkets to put down as well, so we should think about doing that. Very good, let's get that out, and let's... Oh, can I still get fruits from this thing? Maybe I can. You can get like a mini fruit. That's very interesting. Where's the closest spigot? Alright, very good. And I'm just thinking, I would like to populate the trellises a little bit more. I'm just wondering which plants I should use for that though. I suppose I've got plenty of different like seeds and stuff, which I could just simply plant. I've got heaps and heaps of it, right? So I could do that. Maybe another one there. Yep, that looks decent. Okay, very nice, and... yeah, looks good to me. Finally, the trellis garden is complete. We can even add some more over here. Okay, there we go. Doesn't look too bad. It is time, however, to go back and have a chat with Zenith once more and see what kind of advice they might give. But I reckon I might leave that for the next episode, guys. Going to take a break here. I think we've progressed things quite a bit, and yeah, pretty profound episode, I would have to say. And surprisingly, it came not from Zenith, but from Harry. Harry? Of all people. I wonder if we're going to see another one of them. I'm sort of hoping that we do. Anyway, chuck us a like down below, guys, if you enjoyed it. As usual, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.